Next up at UFC 266, we have Taila Santos versus Roxanne Modafferi. Roxanne Modafferi, the women's smiling Sam Alvey, 25-18, alternating wins and losses. So I already know Jacob's pick. She's 2-3 in her last 5, coming off of a loss. Taila Santos, 17-1, coming off of 2 wins. Roxanne Modafferi, at this point, she's a legend. I mentioned she's very similar to Smiling Sam Alvey, and that's because, without the 14 fight.
Except she actually wins. Yeah, I was going to say,
yeah, without the 14 fight losing streak, she shows up. She's happy. She's nice. She's smiling, and she's just ready to go. Ready to go. She is not athletic at all.
She's the girl. She just like a quick story. She was who'd she fight that blew out her knee, and instead of making the other girl stand up, she went to the ground because she felt bad. She literally went to the ground so the girl could grapple because she felt bad that the girl blew her knee out.
Wasn't that Casey Barber?
I can't remember. I'm trying to look. Let me look on the record. Yeah, Macy Barber. Yeah,
Macy Barber. Yeah. Yep. Because her dad, Macy Barber's dad, lost his mind, screaming, yelling, saying bad things on the internet about Roxanne, who's the nicest person in the world. So she's not athletic at all, but she is super tough, and she has incredible fight IQ. She makes up for physical abilities with just an understanding of the sport and what she should do and where she should be and how she should handle certain situations. Skill-wise, honestly, her striking's awkward, and she really uses it just to set up clinch work and takedowns. She's much better at jiu-jitsu than she is at striking, and her path to victory in every fight is always to slow down her opponent, take away any athletic abilities that they may have, and then grind out a win, whether it's against the cage or on the ground. She has, she's not a stoppage threat at all. She's not finishing anybody, but she's also impossible to finish, which makes all of her fights very interesting. Taila Santos is the opposite side of that spectrum. She's ridiculously athletic. She has a ton of stoppages. Her boxing is fantastic. Her grappling is also really good. And from what we've seen, Taila has solid fight IQ, not Roxanne level, but we have seen Taila make correct decisions in fights. If you look at her fight against Molly McCann, she took her down 5 times. She was hyper aware of Molly McCann's striking, completely changed her game plan. I mean, I'm probably the game plan going into it, but changed her natural I'm a striker style and went in there, took her down 5 times. I highly doubt she will be losing a striking exchange and need to take this to the ground. But the point of that, it just shows that she can make adjustments. It shows that she can win anywhere. It shows that she is smart enough to understand strengths and weaknesses in these fights. She's better than Roxanne absolutely everywhere. I think she cruises to a decision. She's minus 400 now. So I'm going to wait for a prop bet or something because I'm never going to spend minus 400, but she's as good of a lock as you can get. And honestly, the prop bet to grab, I don't even know the odds. I don't know if it's out yet. The prop bet to grab here is Taila Santos by decision because Roxanne's impossible to finish. What do you think?
Oh, by decision. For some reason, I thought when you said that, I was like, you contradicted yourself, but you were right. I was wrong. Yeah, you mentioned the pattern. Let's go over the pattern real quick.
That's why you laugh, because that's what you have.
That's what I have in Roxanne does. So dating back to 2014, we're talking about Roxanne. We have win-win-loss, win-win-loss, win-win-loss. Then it goes win-loss, 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 win-loss. And honestly, no kidding aside, this just feels like one of those fights that Roxanne is going to win. She shouldn't win it. They set her up against another prospect, and it just feels like for some reason she's going to win. I don't see a lot of killer instinct in Santos, honestly. I think there's a time where this finds the fight finds its way to the ground, and there's a weird scramble. And I think I'm going to put a wild, weird bet on Roxanne by submission. That's my big call of the week. It just feels like this is one of those fights where Roxanne's just going to find a way to win.
Insane odds on that.
Huh?
You'll get insane odds.
I know. I'm just saying.
By submission.
I'm just saying. It just feels like it. She shouldn't win. I wouldn't bet on her, but I'm taking a little flyer here and following the pattern. You got to follow the numbers.
Well, and Jester hit up the comments saying, what do you think about Roxanne plus 3.5? If you don't know what the plus 3.5 bet is, you basically buy 3.5 points on the judge's scorecard. So all that means is if it goes to a decision, as long as Roxanne wins one round, she can lose 2 rounds, lose the decision, but as long as she wins one round, you have then purchased 3.5 more points on top of that, and you win your bet, you cash your bet. It is a great bet for situations like this where you have a pretty big underdog who you think can win a single round. The problem is, I don't know if Roxanne can win a single round. That bet is perfect for these type situations. Plus 300. So if you do the plus 3.5 points, you'll probably get plus 200, plus 150, something like that. She doesn't get finished. I don't know if she can win a round.
Roxanne by submission, plus 1,200.
I mean, I might grab the plus 3.5. That's a hard one. Anyway, the only place you are going to find that prop bet, and I'm telling you right now, it is one of the most fun prop bets.
That's plus 200, that prop bet.
Yeah, so okay, plus 200. The only place you're going to find that prop bet is if you go to wewantpicks.com/bets. Jeez, shut up.
That's win inside the distance decision. No, actually, I don't have the plus 3.5 yet. Sorry.
That's another bet. We'll talk about that. Anyway, wewantpicks.com/bets. We have 3 different options. Click on the bet online one. They have the best prop bets. The other prop bet that might work for this fight is wins inside the distance decision, no action. All that means is if Roxanne Modafferi stops, damn it, I'm going to do that bet. That's a fantastic bet.
If Roxanne Modafferi 60 though, you don't think Roxanne's going to stop her? You did that for Santos, because Santos could lose a decision to Roxanne just being nastier than her.
But Roxanne, all right, so plus 200 for Roxanne Modafferi wins inside the distance decision, no action means if Roxanne Modafferi somehow stops Taila Santos, you get paid. If she loses a decision, which is how she will lose if she loses, you get a full refund. A full refund. No skin off your back. You didn't lose any money. The bet's a push. That's a solid bet. I like that quite a bit.